Guys, let me tell you about this girl named Claire.
Tell us.
Oh, Claire. I've
only known hot Claires.
Much. What?
I've only known hot Claires, very hot Claires.
I got my ears pierced at Claire's.
Heyo.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you about Claire. So she's 22 years old. She's one of 4 women amongst 60 men in a graduate science and finance program at the University of Iowa. What is happening?
Claire's.
No, he got his ears pierced at Claire's. I mean, that's fucking funny as fuck.
Because of his hair and
No, because that's like where 12-year-old girls go to get like ice.
Yeah.
To get plastic ice.
Yeah.
It's not funny at all. We should move on.
What is it called?
I'm
A
sorry.
stationery?
I'm sorry. I just need to know, like, how did that happen? Like, we went to a mall and you were like, "Hi, I would like to get my ears."
Literally everyone would get their ears pierced at Claire's. What are you guys talking
No,
about?
is he sure they were pierced? Because they could have been stick-ons. Like, I don't know.
No, I got my ears pierced at Claire's. Yes.
I think I did too. They use a gun, huh?
Yeah.
They go
It's like super like cheap and professional. And I mean, at 18, I was like, I don't know any like I don't know. I didn't know where else
You
to
don't have
go.
to defend yourself. Literally everyone got their ears pierced at.
Yeah, it's not that funny. We should move on.
Anyway, God, Claire, I'm so relating to you even more now. Anyway, so Claire, she was on a video call for a commercial underwriting group project. And so she began recording herself because her male classmates were repeatedly interrupting her and dismissing her.
Here we go. This is why you picked this article. Okay, we get it.
Fuckers, yes. So at first she said that she only meant to send it to this video to a friend and another woman in the program.
How dare they.
But then she ended up watching the video back and she just thought it was such a great example of how often this happens to women in male-dominated
Let me speak for you really quick because I agree, and I think that men should stop interrupting.
That's right.
And because
And you know why? I think that men should stop. Let
In
us-
male-dominated industries.
Yeah.
and then also no? Okay. So, here's the video. Okay.
Well, that's
I don't
not.
have a mortgage either, so that's different.
We're not
Could be
really
different. It could
taking.
be, you know,
We're not
the
really.
whole sticky customer thing makes more sense for a mortgage because it's so long term.
Yeah, I mean these are metrics.
No, I think the deliverables is
So
Yeah, we would try to use
good
it.
explanation. So kind of like where you.
Yeah, we need to use data mining basically.
I don't know, but if we want to
In our data mining, I think that we need to focus more on the customer specific data rather than the zip code. So because we want to really break down.
Input no. So if it's empty, it means no bank.
selling at this.
She wasn't saying anything that interesting, and I just felt I couldn't wait for her to get cut off.
I've noticed, okay, when I listen to women speaking together, right? They don't cut themselves off, but they can all speak simultaneously and they can all listen, right? When guys talk to each other, depending on what kind of guy you're around, some guys just talk and they don't fucking listen.
Yep. So she ended up saying that she has worked in commercial underwriting for years. She is the most experienced out of anyone in this group. She had the assignment that was given was literally the exact same thing that she did in that role that she's had for years. So the fact that they were just dismissing her and not even like
And just saying no.
yeah, and just talking over her, and then so she ended up captioning this live footage of a woman in STEM. So in case you don't know, STEM means science, technology, and engineering, mathematics, right? So it's like any industry in that field.
I thought STEM guys were just all socially dumb and they all don't know how to have conversations and like listen and shit.
Oh, that's real
could be
too.
the case, yeah.
Dude, crypto guys are the same.
They're like, there's been countless dudes that just fucking talk and they don't shut the fuck up. And you're like,
Dude, remember when Snowden was on Joe Rogan? And everyone's like, my God, will Joe Rogan ever be able to talk again? Because Snowden's such a fucking nerd that he couldn't shut the fuck up.
even Neil deGrasse Tyson, he was like talking over Joe Rogan. He just kept going and going and going and going. Yeah.
Presidential
It's not
debate.
just that either. Sorry, baby. It's not just that either.
It happens the other way around. Too.
That's why I apologize, which is something you motherfuckers would never do. Anyway,
When you say you motherfucker,
Yeah, that's hurtful, by the way. That's hurtful.
Including Anthony because he's actually apologized when he interrupted.
I'm sorry, baby.
I've never fucked a mom. I know this guy fucks a mom all the time, by the
Yeah,
way.
he's such a motherfucker.
He is, though.
Motherfucker.
Okay. Anyway, so then she was also elaborating a little bit more. She said there would be an assignment that we, the other STEM women, would help other classmates with, and they would take credit for it. If we present an idea, whether it's theoretical or any type of opinion, it's always like they're very hesitant to believe it. And if they do believe it, then they take credit like, I already knew that. I already knew that. And then they'll repeat it to other people and claim it as their own.
Wow, fucking copywriting bitches?
Yeah.
You guys are fucking plagiarists.
Yeah, so then, hold on, but it's not even the STEM field though. Because this shit went viral on TikTok because of the fact that so many women in so many industries, literally, so many women can relate to this shit. So it was just really relatable to a lot of people.
So why is it that women can't say interesting things?
Yeah, like what stops them?
Yeah, what stops them from
what's stopping guys from actually listening to what women are saying?
What was that?
Wait, what's that?
Wow.
Sorry.
Damn.
That's called coordination.
She also said that, you know what, actually? So this part, so there was this one person that commented on that, and then they said, literally keep talking. Do not stutter, do not pause. Speak as if they aren't saying anything. Keep talking until they realize that they've interrupted you. I have unknowingly done this after years in this position, and that shit works. Girls, do that. Just keep talking. Don't let them talk. Don't let them
That's
talk.
how guys talk.
Watch what Trump did to Biden and just do that
Yeah,
shit.
literally. I encourage girls to do that because girls they actually listen. So when they hear somebody talking, they'll like wait.
Wrong.
And like, yeah, you got to do what Trump does.
Wrong.
Because when you see guys going at it on a decision or something, right? They'll talk simultaneously and they'll just try to win. And that's literally the difference.
Bulldozing. That's the technique.
Bulldoze it, yeah. And I don't think that it's wrong for women to do it. Just fucking do it, because all of us are doing it.
Right.
But when you're too fucking respectful and you sit there and you listen and all that, you're not gonna get your
Too
point
much of
across.
a decent human being?
Yeah.
I guess.
You're not gonna get your point across. But it's not a guy thing. It's just a fucking asshole thing.
I know chicks who fucking take way too long to get to the point.
Wait, okay, but like, I don't know, like, I think if a girl were to interject with a guy, like, the guy would probably call her a bitch. So it's like a weird step.
Seriously, we have that shit.
We interrupt all the time, and we're talking over a guy, and the guy wants to make his point across, and they'll be like, fucking bitch.
Calling a woman a bitch, she has to really be a bitch though. She it can't just be light.
Like,
bitch.
she has to interrupt dudes all the time.
Exactly. She gotta be really bitch.
it's really difficult to contribute to this conversation.
Thank you, Anthony. You're a decent human being, that's
Hey,
why.
dude. It's okay, we cut. You know. You feel me? You feel me? Yeah, that's tight.
It sucks though, because I feel like the communication styles are definitely different.
Yes.
So because of that, like, it is tougher because I think that, well, in general, women are more collaborative. They don't compete. And men are constantly competing. It's a dick measuring contest. So when you're thrown into that space, like, who's trying to win the position and all that, it's an underlying thing that's happening. So the style of what's going on is way different from what they're used to.
I don't know. I mean, I also think women compete with each other too.
Yeah, I think it's a behavioral thing though, because I don't think it's a gender thing. I feel like there's a lot of men that are respectful too, and they'll wait their turn to talk. And those men are, well, I guess if you had to sum it up, like they'd be considered the beta men.
And they don't get their dick sucked ever by these chicks. The alphas all.
Casey, though, like, can you adjust when you observe it, right?
Yeah.
So instead of like expecting them to bend to you, you try to compete and overpower them.
Right. If you have a point to say and you have to get it across, then yeah, that's when you have to choose to step up to the plate and get your point across.
But that's the most annoying thing though, is because most people, like most men usually, when they're speaking, they're not even listening. They're just trying to figure out the next thing to say to rebuttal to the thing that the other person is saying. So there's no listening happening.
It's a very convenient point you made. But I gotta say. No.
You mean it's a fact that she pointed out?
It's an easy color to just paint on somebody, but if you're a socially awkward person, I'm not saying I am, but I'm saying if you're a man, you're a socially awkward person, and you have your talking points like measured out in your head, and like this is what I gotta say, and like I don't want to be awkward and all this shit, then you're just gonna keep on hitting those things. So there's a lot more nuance to all of this than any of us is acknowledging.
Right? Like we don't know necessarily if the person that's doing it is doing it because you're a woman, and we don't know if he's a social idiot and all he has is those points. And then if you go, he's doing it because he's a man, it is an easy shortcut answer.
Well, hold on. It's not just that. It's also, you got to take the entire situation from her, like this one particular instance with
She's not wrong, by the way.
So it's the fact that like the sexist part comes in where they're telling the women in the group like, oh, I already knew that, and then they go and fucking use their ideas and not credit them, and then there's like stealing all these ideas because they want to come off like they're smart, and then also like downplaying the more experienced woman in this whole situation. It's just like that happens way too often.
I think that would be sexism right there.
Yeah, that's hella sexist.
And when, dude, you have to remember too, the backstory of this, and I'm just doing this because I want to get laid later. Like, the backstory of this is like chicks can't even.
I'm gonna tell Nikki, so you're good.
No. Just cut that part. Okay. So chicks can't even go get a car on their own without the guy who's at the dealership being like, you know, like, do you want your husband here and all this kind of shit.
No,
like, all the time. It,
literally,
so many things
on the deed of our home. Like I was the first signer, and then Casey was the second signer. But then as we get our mortgage bills, it's Casey's name only, not even me.
So many times, like the guy waiter brings the bill and he puts it in front of me. Like I seen it. I'm not an idiot, so I notice it. But I want to get laid, so that's why I'm saying it. And so it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. That's what you want me to say, right?
Are not to.
That's what you want me to say, right?
I'm kidding.
By the way,
I'm not the one getting you laid.
No. But maybe this is sent in a clip or something. You know.
Right. But then, so
I'm gonna
when
tell
we
her
have
all
this.
this.
While we're having this discussion, my points are not to either discredit or rebut or argue the fact that this doesn't happen. All I'm saying is it is a very shortcut answer to say because you are a man, you do X.
Yeah.
Well, I also agree. It's not that black and white, though. I'm not saying it's that black and white.
Right. But then we have to be careful about these kind of situations because people really do believe this kind of stuff. They go, because you're a man, you don't respect women, and here's evidence for that.
Yeah, that's not right.
Right.
It's not right to blanket it.
No, not at all.
No.
But
I'm not trying to say that.
But we do have to look into this situation and go, why does this phenomenon happen? Because I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. It happens, clearly. Women get disrespected or talked over or whatever. It happens, right? But then now the question is, why does it happen? And just by saying, oh, it happens because men don't respect women, that doesn't answer or solve the problem. All it says is just like, it happens because men are mean. Versus going, okay, this happens because, for example, this specific situation, let's say it is a sexist incident. This guy doesn't, respect her thoughts because he thinks that women are below him. Then we can attack that situation and go, why doesn't he believe that women are on the same playing field? Because of what reasons, right? He might believe that women don't have a strong left brain way of thinking because if you look at the classroom, it's all men. Or whatever the reason is, you gotta dissect that individual's biases. Or maybe it's a group bias, whatever. But if we don't get to that point and we just blanket it, it doesn't solve anything. And that's what I hate about today's society, where it's very like, so simple. Men are bad because you're mean to women, whatever.
Here's 30 seconds of evidence, therefore my bias is affirmed.
Exactly, because it could be like he's a social idiot and he just talks over everyone.
Dude, you heard Vitalik Buterin talk? He's the guy who did Ethereum?
Ethereum crypto guy.
He'll never be able to not do what we're hearing right now, but it's not because he hates women or any of that kind of shit. He just doesn't know how to fucking not say what he's thinking as soon as you ask him a question. So, and he can't stop. And so Snowden's the same way, and there's some people who just have certain things about them that they can't stop answering the question.
It would be unfortunate if they're all males, though. Then the
In that sense, kind of sometimes like it seems like according to the response to this thing, it's like a lot of people relate to that.
Okay, but true, but also when you think about Oscar speeches, okay, who gets played off the most? It's the guys, damn it, okay. Oh, damn, okay. Yeah, we're gonna go to the drawing board. We're gonna cut all that, and we're gonna go to the drawing board, and we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Because you're still trying to get laid, right?
I just want to get laid.
Getting laid.